Hello and welcome back. So I just set up this planner this morning. I had set up the book a little bit ago, and the book itself, and I had just never used it. This was supposed to be the year of using up all of my abandoned books, and I ended up starting and then just setting it aside again because I wanted to try out other things. But now that I'm comfortable with what I'm using, this is my Gillio Appunto. It's the Freddy design in the color Lagoon. So Gillio Appunto is the planner cover, and that's just like their TN cover. Freddy is the design with like this croco, and then the color is Lagoon. So I think they had like water, fire, earth, like kind of tones for them, but I loved this one. So this here is a moleskine expanded that I literally cut the book in half. So a moleskine expanded has 400 pages. And what I did was so you can see the Moterm back cover on this one. I took the Moterm expanded, I opened it, I guessed at half. I did not measure out pages. I guessed at half. I took my rotary cutter and literally had it open like this, cut right through the pages, right through the spine, and cut the book in half. So we normally see us cutting like the books down to size, I cut it in half this way. Then I cut it down to size because it was an A5. If you're familiar with moleskine expanded. I do have some in the closet, but I don't think that I have any in my desk that have not been cut down, but it is a 400 page book. So it's very, very thick. So if you don't know what it looks like, Google it. Like literally it's like this thick. So what I did was I cut it down, and then this is the other half of the book. So that one has okay, so I can actually kind of show you this way if you can imagine. And then some pages got taken out because they were written on, but this is how thick the book was. So I literally cut the book in half and then made two completely different size books from it. So this one is a B6 and this is a personal size. And this is a Jenica's journal cover that I had custom made for me. You can find her on Etsy and Instagram, Jenica's Journals. So this one has the front cover of the moleskine. And then I just covered it up with, and that's why I just did another video where I punched some rings into a standard size TN Carpe Diem, 2 of them actually. And so that video will be up along with this one. But I'm going to start doing all this stuff on camera so I can show you guys like how I reconfigure notebooks and how I make my own covers. But this here is just cardstock. This is cardstock that I wrapped around the whole entire book, used my ATG, my advanced tape glider gun, and just taped it all down. And so this is half of that book. That's the other half. So now that little history is out there, so this book I had set up back in the fall. So of course it's like all fall theme. I loved the way that this flowed with the cover, and then it's the same on the back as well. So I completely took the cardstock and double-sided taped it and then stuck the book on top of it, folded it, and I'll show you guys more of that, like what it looks like in real life. I'll make some videos on that. And then I put the same one inside on the inside front cover. And then I just put some fall decor. I made it at the end of August when we were going into like September. I was doing dailies, 1 page per day, only for 2 days, and then jumped to November and I used it for 1 full day, and then I never finished that day. Then I stopped. I had even set up my monthly, which kind of always just looks like this. I just draw it out. I put down only important events. I don't put my work schedule, my son's school schedule on there. So this I'm just resetting up now. So I did put this for May. All right, so the way that I do my calendar, so I can explain this, is I have it written out. I have a notes, and then Sunday through Saturday. I always do 5 weeks because a lot of the months go into 5 weeks. So the current month is all written out in blue. This is April because the way that this book is falling, I started it for yesterday. So April 28, 29, and 30. Then we've got all of May, and then June 1st. So my dates for this book, originally it was supposed to be May and June, but now it's going, it was going to be April and May. And now it's going to be May, April 28th, which was yesterday, through June 1st. So that's the way the weeks are configuring, and that's fine for me. And then June 2nd to June 29th. So that's why I have it in different colors, in case anybody's wondering. This one had a big gap in the spine, so I put down this washi to cover that gap and to hold the pages in place. And then I totally wasn't even thinking, and I stuck down these nice pretty flowers for my goals and accomplishments tab, and they don't match, but I'm going to look. I have a ton of washi, but it's buried under a bin of planner inserts. So I'm going to try to pull some out and see if I have something that will match that better. But anyway, so now in my books, my bound books, I do bi-monthly books. I have tried to do monthly, and it just does not work for me. It's way too much space. I don't do enough to literally, and I don't do enough in a day for myself. It's just me and my son. And it's not like I have a ton of stuff to write down for a bunch of different people. So for me, it just works. And I have a monthly, I have a goals and accomplishments, I have a weekly. Now, this month is going to have the 5 weeks in it for this one. So this is how my weeks always look. They are very simple. It is just the page divided into 4. So then I do this week, I put down the dates, and then I put what my key things are. Not everything, but just like key points that I need to call out to, and then what I do each day. Sometimes there's only 2 to 3 things, and that's fine. These pages will get a little bit of highlighter. They will never get stickers. They will never get washi tape. That's just how it is. I like a very simple weekly format. Then I go over to my dailies. So what I do is I figure out, first and foremost, what my dates are going to be. Because when I'm starting at the beginning, I know my monthly only needs 2 pages. I know that my weekly, my goals and accomplishments only needs 2 pages. I know that my weeklies, I need 1 whole spread for 1 week. So if there's going to be 5 weeks, I need to portion out 5 weeks. And then for the dailies, so what I like to do is I like to put a little number sticker up at the top so I know where I am, and then I put them all the way through for the month. That way I know that I have enough pages set aside, so it's going to end for June 1st. Then for June, it's going to start for June 2nd. The monthly, of course, will have the whole entire month, but then like my weekly and my dailies, those will start for June 2nd and go through the 29th. So this is what an example of my dailies are. I am on a mission right now to use up a ton of stickers. I am a very messy planner. I am a very colorful planner. I am a very disheveled, organized, disorganized planner. So every single spread that I do on a daily, I always have to write out the full date. I get upset if I cannot write the full Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, so I have to have the day of the week, the month, the date, and then the year. If this is cut off, it throws me off. If this is only like an abbreviation, SUN, it's not right for me. So that's why I like the B6 size, and I used to put my coffee cups out like in advance. Now I put them, because every single one of my dailies, even going back, like you'll see, I always have a cup of coffee to indicate it's a new day. Always. I've just always done that. So I did decide that because of space-wise, and I took out a whole bunch of sections that I was trying to squeeze into the other books that were not working for me, that I wanted 2 pages. So you will sometimes see really big stickers for that day. Again, I had nothing going on, didn't want to sit here and just, put down stuff for no reason. So I will use big stickers. And sometimes you will see the same information over and over. Like I might write, I'm going to clean the litter over here, but cat litter and wash dishes. And then you might see it over here again. It is what it is, right? I'm just trying to mentally process, use stickers, have fun, be creative, see lots of color. Sometimes I'll put highlighter on these pages. Sometimes I won't. but then I also have to have the weather. Now, I was trying it over here and I did not like that. It threw me all the way off because it's always underneath my date. So you'll see for yesterday, it was this way and I was just like, nope, I'm not vibing with this. It needs to go back. So when I did today, I'm back to my normal. So I've got the full day of the week, the month, the date, and the year. And then I've got my weather. So I always put like if it's sunny, raining, cloudy, clear, snowing, whatever it may be. I live in New England, so we have all the weather. And then what the high and the low are. Then here, again, just using up a bunch of stickers. So you'll see a lot more like open space that's not filled in, but I don't need it to all be filled in. Certain things I will separate if I feel like it's too clumped together like these here. I kind of just put a box around it. Put a huge sticker down here, some big stickers around because I have nothing else to do. But when I try to jam everything onto one page, then I would need to turn this into a 3-month book, and I don't want to do that. I have done it before, but it gets super chunky, too much. So then after the dailies, there's nothing else. So I am loving this. There's not much to show you right now, because I just started it, but I always keep this back here. And then that's kind of like the setup. You know, no matter what I'm using, you will definitely see a theme with me. The more you get familiar with my videos, you will definitely see it. Except in my weeks, I am strictly pen to paper. There is like, and then there's one sticker to indicate a new week for every week, but that's it. So with my things, fall is my absolute favorite season. This is a full year A6 stology, and I have two A6 covers coming, and I'm so excited. I was going to use this one, but I was craving the B6 size. I don't know why. So again, fall theme in here. I started this 2022. So again, you'll always see my date format. You'll always see the weather. Always. It's just what I do. Different sizes, different layouts. I may try to change. Like I tried to do a calendar, but I'm like, I'm at work all through here. So it's just, so I don't know. But I kind of, just go through. And then what I was doing in this one, because I didn't really have much. So I just did a things to do for this week and just did a checklist. Then again, I started to do my schedule this way and then kind of different checklist. But again, you'll always see I've got my date. It looks like I didn't put the weather on here. Oh my gosh. It's back there. So, I mean, I try different things out. I'm not afraid to try different things, but you'll start to see when I'm getting like fed up with a planner because, and it's not really fed up. It's just like, okay, I've had enough of this for right now. I need to move on to something new because you'll see less stickers. You'll see less creativity, and it's just, you'll start to see it. And then I try to pick it back up again. I was using this one pretty consistently back in the fall of 2022. I even used my fountain pens in this one. I started to do just like a to-do list, like just very lazy. And then I did this beautiful layout. I still love this layout. I may still try to make this work for something because it was just so pretty and then I never used it. I don't know what ended up, I know what ended up happening. I just stopped. And then that's like a journal page, a couple of journal pages. So then I was like, you know what? I'm going to use this as a journal. Then I said, no, I'm not going to do this. And then I came back to it in June of 2023. And I was like, okay, we're going to use this again. And so I was doing that. See big stickers to like indicate the day, a girl. Trying out different layouts, just trying to see what flowed. And then again, this was Wednesday, June 28th. Again, I just let a page go, did some journaling. Then I was like, August 13th, no, I'm going to pick this book back up. And then the 15th, the 17th, because if I skip a day, it's fine, but then I was doing it again a little bit, and then boom. So I got to this page here, and this was this year. I set this up. Did I set this up for this year? Yeah, I guess I did. So, oh, because you know why? Because I had all of these stickers down and then I hadn't used it. So I was like, I might as well. So I just whited out the date and then I started to use this, and I'm like, she's not dressed for March weather in New England. So, I mean, I still have a ton of the book left. So who knows? You may see this on camera soon that I'm using that. I did just send off my Gillio Slim Appunto today back to its original owner because I wasn't using that like I thought that I would. But yeah, so now I'm back to this one and I am loving it. I enjoy B6 size. I enjoy using all the different sizes, having fun. Pull out your stuff, my friends. You know, just whatever it is. If it is something for you that is a week's, if it is a pen and gear, as you can see from my videos, I've done all different ones. I was doing like, and again, you see my theme. No matter what I'm in, you will always see my date. You'll see my weather. Just, that's me. That's who I am. That's how I do it. For me, I did like the idea of this. Everybody was trying this out, so I wanted to jump on the bandwagon. But then I'm like, I know myself, and I cannot really do daily planning on line paper. For me, it's just ingrained in my head, and this is my budget book, but it's just ingrained in my mind that lined paper is for journaling or writing like letters or something like that. Now, if you use lined paper and it works for you, I applaud you. I say go for it, do you. But for me, it doesn't work. And then that's when I get stuck and I'm like, all right, what can I try now? What kind of layout because I know for me it doesn't work. So no matter what I try to do, I'm not going to be able to make it work. So I hope you enjoyed. As always, I hope anything that you see in my videos, even one little thing, is helpful for you or encouraging for you to just use your stuff and play with all your things and have fun with it. So thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon.